Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, and freaks of nature of all ages. My name is Brian Bad Hippie Jackson, and welcome back to Let's Build. Now, as you can see, we're not going to be using UDK today. We are going to be using Mixamo Fuse. I am on my Steam page. This is my Steam library, and I do have Mixamo Fuse for Steam. I also have a standalone Mixamo Fuse, but it does not come with the Brute character pack, and it's not available standalone anymore, but it is still available for free from from Steam, so you can still get it there. If we go to the store page, there's a store page where you can get all the information you need to, and as you can see, it is free. So we're just going to go ahead and kill this Steam window, and we're going to kick open my Steam icons, and we're just going to launch Fuse. Give that a second or two. There we go. And now that we have Fuse up, we can start building our character. Now you're going to notice right off the bat that customize and clothing is grayed out, because you must assemble a full body before you can add clothing, and you must assemble a full body before you can use blend shapes in order to customize the body. But first of all, let's just touch on the menu bar up here real quick. We've got File, Edit, View, and More. File is pretty simple: import, export, open, save, stuff like that, refresh database. Edit is pretty much pan and zoom camera, not a whole lot to do in edit. Image, you can add an image plane. You can go from wireframe, shaded wireframe, show your poly count, and then there's lighting modes, which are done by hitting the square bracket kind of things, buttons, and that will take you to the next and previous lighting mode, and then of course Fuse website, online help, things like that. Well, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to pick a default. We're just going to make a male character, so we're going to do male. Let's go with fit. Oop, I needed a space there. Male fit A. And we're just going to take, now you see it's filtered out, so everything that has male fit is still highlighted. You can still choose anything that has pretty much male, but the zombie is, and that zombie is not grayed out, it's just a really weird texture. So it's going to gray out anything that doesn't fit into your search parameters. So we're going to grab male fit A, the head, and all you got to do is left click on that, and it'll automatically bring it in. Once that head's in, we're going to click the male fit A torso, bring that in, and then we're going to pick the matching legs and the matching arms. And now that we've got that done, we have a male character who is not anatomically correct, so we shouldn't have to worry about any kind of nudity rules. And I do think that even on YouTube, artistic nudity, tactful, tasteful, artistic nudity with a valid, creative purpose should never be not permitted. That should always be permissible, in my opinion. I can understand not wanting, you know, actual dirty stuff on like YouTube. It's supposed to be a family-friendly environment. There are a lot of kids that watch YouTube, so I can understand that. Artistic nudity, I think, should fall into a completely different realm, but that's just me rambling. All right, so now we can go to our Customize button, and as you can see, there are all kinds of areas you can customize. Torso, teeth, you can actually customize the teeth individually. Big teeth, buck teeth, chip teeth, crooked teeth, all that kind of good stuff. We have plenty of options for the legs, a shit ton of options for the head. We have facial expressions. We can make the character cross-eyed, wall-eyed, all that kind of stuff, and the arms. All right, so with these customization options, and all you have to do is use the sliders. For instance, let's look at the hand. Fingers long and short. So we're going to go ahead and look at a hand. There we go, right there. And you can see just by pulling the slider, if I go that way, it makes them short because fingers long to the left, short to the right. Fingers thin to the left, thick to the right. So if I want him to have little short sausage fingers, I just do that. If I want him to have skinny little long alien elf fingers, I can do that. And I can customize it anywhere in between. You can also highlight the number and tag the number in individually if you so choose. Let's go ahead and reset. Oh, I didn't touch on these. This is the reset button right there. So no matter what I've done to this poor schmuck, I hit reset, it resets the view. If I hit this one, then I can use the left mouse button to rotate, and that's all it'll do. If I hit this one, I use the left mouse button to pan, that's all it'll do. Zoom is your scroll your mouse wheel, and if I have just the arrow, which is the selection tool selected, then the left mouse button rotates. The middle mouse button, you press it instead of scroll it, will let you pan, and then of course scroll is the mouse wheel. So we got that going on. Okay, so now that we understand a little bit more about our customization options, let's go ahead and put some clothes on him. Let's give him the ACU shirt with the rolled up sleeves. Blank, we'll do that right there. Let's see, let's go ahead and reset the view. In bottoms, let's give him a pair of jeans. There we go. Jeans, that'll work. And in shoes, let's give him some work boots. That'll go good with that. Alright, now we've got him clothed, but it's not the clothes I want. I want him to look more like a farmer. Oh yeah, hair. We need hair. Hair is in clothing as well. I forgot that. So let's just go ahead and give him the part. Semi-long hair with a part. And that'll work. That'll work just fine for me. Okay, so now we can go into textures and we can make these clothes what we want. So the first thing I want is you just left click on the article of clothing or the body, and you can alter the textures for the body as well. So let's go ahead and click on the jeans and select the main fabric. And you can see we're in main fabric, denim fabric, so that's going to be in fabric. Down here we have substances, patterned, metal, fabric, leather, and solid colors. So we're going to select fabric, and we're using the denim fabric, which is this one right here. We don't want that bigger denim fabric. We want a more blue jean, so regular denim. We're going to select that one, and there we go. And then we can also alter the color options. So if we want, let's say, green denim, all we have to do is go to that color bar, and now we have green denim pants. I want to cancel that because I want them to stay blue. Now on the shirt, it's patterned, so we're going to select the main, and with that camouflage UCP, we're going to go into patterned. Where is it? There it is. Camouflage UCP. There it is right there. These are the colors that are used. So you can actually take a camouflage pattern and make them bright colors and have like psychedelic camouflage if you want to. I think that would be kind of cool for something at some point in time, maybe. We're not going to go that far. We're just going to give him a plaid shirt and make him look kind of like a farmer. So let's go with good farmer's top. Let's just go with this green plaid. Scottish patterned fabric, and it's going to give us this green pattern. But of course we've only selected the main fabric, and these clothes are broken down into areas or zones, so we have to recolor all the zones, and we can color the zones differently. For instance, we can leave that sleeve like that rolled up and make it look like it would kind of make it look like a cottony, and it would give the illusion that it's like a lined flannel instead of a regular flannel. But we're just going to go make the whole thing the same thing. So the rolled sleeves, pick that, collar, upper pockets, which is that strip at the top of the pocket. And then pockets, do the same thing there. And then we're going to look at the buttons, and the buttons we just have as a flat white. Let's go ahead and change that color to just a darker gray. So we're going to take that flat white and we're going to pull it down to a darker gray. There we go. And that's going to make those buttons fit that shirt just a little bit better, I think. Okay, now on the skin, we're going to go ahead and play with some, we're going to play with some texturing options on the skin. For right now, I don't think we want him to have a mustache or a beard or any of that scruffy facial hair. So just to show you what we can do. For the skin there, you can change the skin color of the character simply by clicking where it says skin color. And then there's all kinds of predefined things. For instance, that one right there is going to give him a darker look, kind of suntanned. You can also, but we're going to cancel. We're going to hit Control Z to undo and get his regular skin back. What I wanted to show you was down here on hair. If I got rid of this hair, but I'm not going to worry about it. You saw that he had like shaved scruff on the top. That keeps you from being able to see skin through the transparencies of the hair, so it's fine the way it is. But I don't think I want him to have that mustache and beard. As you can see, we've got like 8 mustaches we can pick from, plus tune mustaches we can pick from. We're just going to go none. And on the beard, we're going to do the same thing. But you have a massive, really good selection of mustaches and beards that you can pick from if you want to give your character facial hair. And there we go. And there's our base character. Really simple stuff. And as you can see, I kind of showed you what you can do in different places as far as altering textures and customizing things. You can make an entire cast for an entire game with this, especially if you're going to go with uniforms. If you're making a military game, you get into clothing. You've already got a couple of uniforms. We've got an ACU top, the rolled up sleeves, the BDU top. For bottoms, we already have ACU bottoms, ACU knee pads, ACU tucked boots, and BDU. And what I did with the BDU, because actually that isn't BDU to me, that is BDU to me, battle dress uniform. That's the camo pattern I wore when I was in the Army. ACU, which is Army combat uniform, is the camo pattern that my son wears. But so for, and since you can retexture things, you can put one set of military in the ACUs, one in the forest camo. You can give them the same uniforms, different textures. You also have big mustaches and beards that you can apply to your characters. We have gas masks and surgical masks and ski masks we can use. There's military gloves. We have eyewear of different varieties, so you can give your character glasses. We have different kinds of hats, including helmets and patrol caps. We even have a boonie hat for military guys. We've got some cowboy hats and fedoras, helmets, more military style stuff. A really good selection of hats that you can go through, scout hats, sergeant hats, all kinds of cool stuff. Of course, big good selection on hair. And then of course we've gone through the shoes. We have these kind of combat boots, and which is a variant of the work boot. Now the boot 1 and the boot 2 come with. The boot 3 I did myself, and I guess I'll go ahead and show you how to do that. So let's go ahead and grab the boots, go to the textures, and on the main fabric we're in leather, so let's grab leather, and we're using classic leather A. Let's make a darker, more worn looking boot, so we'll use anything that says classic leather A. We're going to change to turned leather. No, we're not. Let's try Classic leather B, a darker leather. Oh, that doesn't look too bad at all. Okay. So let's grab the thread and give it that same dark leather. Look, that looks good. And then let's grab the holes and give them the classic leather texture instead of that galvanized thing it had. And I think that fits just a little bit better. So now we've got another set of work boots. Although for these work boots, I don't think the light shoelaces are going to work well. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick shoelace, and then we're just going to go to the color, and we're going to bring it down pretty dark. Actually, let's bring it down to damn near black and click OK. And now we've got a second set of work boots. So we're going to select those boots. We're going to go to clothing. We're going to stay in boots here. And then we're going to go up to this little star at the top. Save selected item as new catalog preset. So these are boot. This is boot 1. This is boot 2. That's boot 3. So we'll make this one boot 4. We're going to click. Boot. Is it boots? It's boots. Boots 4. And then click OK. And what that's going to do is save that as a preset. I can actually do that with the jeans and the shirt as well, and I think I'm going to, because I want to make a whole bunch of plaid kind of shirts, civilian shirts. And the males don't have a very large selection of button-down civilian shirts, so we're going to have to alter the military button-down shirts to get them their civilian shirts. The females already have a couple of good options for button-down shirts, but the males don't. Okay, so we got the boots, so let's go to shoes. And there's boots 1, boots 2, boots 3, and boots 4 that we just made. Alright, so we're going to grab this shirt. I'm going to go to tops. We're going to click that, and we're just going to call that plaid 1. Actually, we're going to call that and we'll just leave it at plaid 1. I can always redo stuff later if I need to. I'm going to click OK. And if we go down, everything's alphabetical. So L, M, N, O, P. There it is. So if I put this polo shirt on this guy and decide, oh, yucky, I don't like it, which I probably will. Oh, yucky, I don't like it. We can go ahead and hit plaid 1, which we just saved, and now we have that shirt that we can use at any time we want to. So let's go ahead, and we've got jeans, jeans B. Let's make these jeans A, because we don't have a jeans A, so we're going to make these jeans A. Jeans A. Alright, and so now we can go down here. Where'd jeans A go? Oh, they're all, I didn't make a capital. I didn't make it capital. Okay, so let's change display name and make that a capital J instead of a little one. J-E, okay, jeans A. Still didn't put it where I wanted it, but that's okay. We still have it. It's in there. So let's say I put the firefighter pants on this guy, which aren't going to fit right at all. But they do look cool. They are good firefighter pants. They just don't go with this shirt. We can now go back down to the bottom and reapply jeans A, and we're styling. So that's how we do our customization on our textures. That's how we save those custom textures, so that we can just add them as clothing anytime we want them. So now what we're going to do is save him out as a Mixamo Fuse file first. So we're just going to go File, Save As, and I've already got my tutorial folder set up, and we're going to save him as tutorial male (01). And we're going to go ahead and copy that. We're going to save. And now if we go to open, there he is right there. We've got him saved as a Mixamo Fuse file, so we can bring him in and give him different clothes. We can change him. We can maybe give him different hair, change the face a little bit, and make a twin brother or something like that. We could easily do it. Now, since we know that the animate doesn't work anymore and we can't go directly to Mixamo Fuse, do not worry. We can still get this character into Mixamo Fuse or into the Mixamo website and use the auto rigger and the animations there. All we have to do is go to File, Export, Export Model as OBJ. Now we want to export that into a new folder. I'm not really going to worry about triangulating the mesh, flipping normals, or combining the diffuse and specular channels. I do, however, want to remove occluded polygons in this one. Now there will be times where I put like a male shirt on a female character, and the male shirts do not fit the female character very well. It squishes their breasts down really tiny, and it makes it look like little pointy cones, kind of like old school Lara Croft. So when I do characters like that, I'm not going to occlude the polygons, because what I will do is when I take it into Blender, I'll be able to see both all the body parts and the clothing, and I will be able to form fit the clothing to the body, and then I'll occlude the polygons through Blender instead of here. But if it looks good, I occlude the polygons. We don't need them. If it is going to need more adjustment in Blender, then I will not occlude the polygons, because we will need them to make those adjustments, and after the adjustments are made, we can occlude the polygons in Blender. We want to pack our textures in our UVs right there, and then our map size, I usually go 1024 or 2048. I really don't recommend 4096 unless you're trying to do a really high res project. And you've got a monster of a machine, because it takes pretty much a beast to do that. And then that'll tell you how many texture maps are going to be generated. I'm setting the character scale. Now, I have that set to 0.55 because in previous experiments, I know what my character scale needs to be for going into UDK. However, I don't know what my character scale needs to be for going into UE4. So for right now, we're just going to leave it at 0.55 because I know that's a good scale for taking it into UDK. And if we have to readjust later for UE4, then we can do that when we need to. So we're going to save defaults to make sure that all of our exports have those same settings. And we're going to click OK, and we're in the same tutorial folder. And now we're going to right click and paste, and now our OBJ is going to have the exact same name as our as our Fuse file. There we go, and that's it. That's done. That's how you do it. And that is the basics of working with Mixamo Fuse to build characters for games, animations, graphic novels, anything where you're going to need a good character and possibly a rigged character. Mixamo Fuse will allow you to build that character. The Mixamo website will allow you to rig and animate that character, and then you can do whatever you need to do in whatever game engine you're using or whatever animation and modeling program you're using, because the OBJs, FBX, DAE, and the Mixamo Fuse website will save as an FBX or a DAE. And that's it right there. So that's the basics. When we come back, we will start playing around a little bit in Blender, and we will take our OBJ onto the Mixamo website, and I will show you how to use the auto rigger to build your skeleton, to rig your character and to prep your character for game or animation use and to set animations for it. All right, there we go. If you please do not forget to check the links in the description below for the Disabled American Veterans and the Wounded Warriors Project. Let's please help support our veterans. If you liked the video, then hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends and family to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Please don't forget to leave a comment. They are always welcome, good, bad, or somewhere in between. Thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate your love, your support, your encouragement, your time. Thank you very much. And until next time, this is Brian Bad Hippie Jackson saying peace, love, clean underwear, and happy gaming.